Oh, that was the easiest mic move I've ever had. No joke. I know that's not interesting to anyone else, but if you're short, you get it. I want to say thank you very much to Howard for inviting me. I really appreciate it. It was nice to meet you this morning. And to Nathan for being such a great MC. Also, he was kind of an awesome student. He was in my last semester, which was great. And for you all, because you're here and you're awesome. And to Kristen Steele for suggesting me for this, she is wonderful, by the way. What was that? Closer to, do you want me to be like this? Thank you, Kristen Steele, for helping me with that. And also to the local art scene, which has like invited me to do shit, which I really, really appreciate because there's so much good stuff going on here. I appreciate making space for me. So what I brought to read this evening is from a chapbook manuscript I'm working on. So thank you, Nathan, for mentioning that I do have books back there. So if maybe this was not horrible for you, you might check those out if you're looking at all the other cool stuff. This chapbook is tentatively titled "There's No One with Whom to Have Secrets." So, secrets. And I'll read 3 poems. So they're all letter poems from a singular speaker to the woman that she loves who has died. So sorry for bringing it down. They all start, Dear Carol. Dear Carol, dermatologists call the body a trunk. I'm assuming you don't know this, since the only doctor you ever saw was the quack who signed the papers saying your heart and brain were fit for school, and the oncologist 15 laters who said your insides were poison. My problem is on the outside. These scaly flakes that first clustered on my elbows and knees, a stray spot on my calf, when they began to creep over the soft tissue of side breast, that's when I used my super fancy, not quite fancy, grown-up job health insurance to get that shit checked out. Kneecaps, whatever. Nobody really looks at those but my breasts. Those aren't getting many looks either, though I don't need another reason to feel inadequate, lost weight, weird nipples. That's all I can handle in the boob department. So there I am in the white room, sitting on the white paper, covering the exam chair, wearing the backless white paper gown, bra unhooked in the back, straps loosely hanging on the doctor. He's running his fingertips on the side, swell and underneath, gentle. Not like the hard pressing of an annual exam, carefully, as if the skin might tear. I think to tell him I have thick skin, skin that's healed through all kinds of scars and cuts, asphalt burns, fingernail scratches. Your nails were never long enough for scratching. Before I can brag about the skin's abuse, he says, what about the trunk? The trunk, I repeat. Yes, he says, any plaques on the trunk. He points at my torso, motions for me to move the gown aside, but I'm stuck on the word trunk, like a tree, as if I'm a tree, and if I'm a tree, then maybe these scales are my bark. I picture cutting open my insides and finding circles. Will those be my biological age or the artificial age enhanced by sorrow? If you were a tree, you'd look wise from the outside, wide and sturdy like hundreds of circles wrapped around the heart center, but cut open, they find inside, hollowed out by cancer. And like the tree in my front yard, marked by the city with a yellow plastic tie, you got hewn. The day the city came in large trucks, heavy with machinery, I sat at the window and cried at every limb sawed. And even though it took a few hours, I sat there and I watched every last act of removal like a punishment, as if I deserved to again experience the destruction of something I cared about. It was always so lovely, the way the leaves in autumn covered the front yard in what looked like hundreds of fallen stars. I would not break them, but rather let them carpet the sidewalk and porch until their light burned out and brown and brittle they drifted away. That was a death I could understand. A natural, predictable death, one I could track, see the inevitable and make peace. Like losing you, the loss of the tree was quick. One day, diagnosis. Next, dust from the wood chipper coated the large hole in the grass where the stump was pulled out. Such a big hole. So big, I could sit in it, so I did. I ran my hand along the edges of root, still left connectionless beneath the grassy surface. I put my tongue to the limb's ashes, the sawdust sticking to my shirt and pants. Even so, I like the idea of being a tree. Then I wouldn't have to convince anyone how thick my skin was, wouldn't have to correct this weathering. The dermatologist wouldn't sit opposite the sterile table suggesting compound creams and pills, but would praise the bark scales, lapped one over the other, but appreciate the inherent roughness of the scarred trunk. So they all start Dear Carol because they're all letters and they're all to Carol. Dear Carol, in the kitchen, there is no more cake. This feels significant, heavy, heavier than just knowing my fat ass already ate it so fast I forgot just now it was gone. Forgot so completely that when I opened the door to the fridge, I cried out to find nothing but crumbs and dry frosting crusted in the corners. But maybe it's not the empty pan that's important. Maybe it's that I put the lid back on over those 5 crumbs and spackle and chocolate and shoved it back in the fridge. Over and over again, I put the pan back empty, forcing myself each time to relive the realization that the sweetness is gone and shutting the door on its lack of presence won't make more. And then I just have one more. It's a prose poem, which just means that I was too lazy to make lines. And it's all like not capitalized, which again, laziness. Dear Carol, I can't sleep and I'm tired of BuzzFeed. I'm tired of BuzzFeed clickbait and videos of puppies getting head-butted by a baby goat. I scroll an endless loop, finger swiping up on the screen and think there is something else I should be doing, something selfless and productive. Were I someone better, maybe I would use this sleepless time to be altruistic, to write protest letters to state senators, op-eds on the reckless grocery packing at Kroger, where the baggers put no more than 3 items per tree-killing, landfill-filling, fish-mutilating, flimsy-handled sacks. Clearly, those teenage baggers aren't thinking of the greater good. I Googled selfish. Did you even Google? I can't recall. Instead of my picture, the first few hits are articles about families teaching kids to rewire their sociopathic new human brains to combat the selfishness bred into us at birth. The article I touch is titled, How to Stop Being Selfish, 28 Steps, with pictures. This sounds intriguing. What could the pictures be? Illustrations of helping old ladies cross the road? Giving up your seat on the bus to a homeless cripple? I click, but no, I don't know what I expected. Despite 20 years of soul-crushing disappointments, lost jobs, stolen money, the bus pulling away from the curb 5 minutes early, my goddamn roommate eating the last fucking Oreo, there's something about the internet late at night that makes me home. like little 11-year-old me who thought if I just took out the trash my mom said to, she'd stop sleeping all day, wouldn't wake me in the middle of the night to re-clean the bathroom, might make dinner. It's a pathetic and painful hope that is always fated to fail, and yet it's there nonetheless, and I marvel at the freshness of defeat each time. How impressive it is that humans have the capacity, to keep hoping, to block and bargain and say for the 400th time, this will be the one. And because it's 2:30 and the collective sound of the city breathing rocks the damp air through the open window and I can smell the neighbor's grass and bare skin, I thought these illustrated 28 steps would offer me something entirely new. Their wisdom, the bright, jovial clarity shining through Scrooge's thrown-open shutters, Christmas morning, a second chance. What day is it, boy? I shout. I haven't missed it. Reborn in an altruism that made Mother Teresa jealous, but that's the thought I had. I know it couldn't have worked. Even if it was an epiphany, my desire to be selfless is based in pride and competition and opposition. My true nature is powerful and sneaks up on me, even when I'm half trying, but it doesn't matter anyway, because the steps are insipid, the drawings, cartoon lines without color, the first step is picture yourself last, and I think, isn't that just memory? Is conjuring the image of being the last kid picked up from school really gonna help me not eat the last donut from the box in the office? Don't let your past dictate your future. Well, that's fine if your past isn't scratched onto the surface of your skin, if you didn't wear the overcompensation of the working class like bracelets that clank and clang every time you take a step. Give small gifts, it says. Don't spend time with selfish people. Keep up with your friends and family. But what if your friends and family are selfish? What if the friends you had can only talk about the bowel movements of their infants or are dead? Maybe this letter is my small gift to you, but in my head I can hear you say, fuck your whiny ass letter. Give me jewelry, give me money, buy me dinner. And frankly, that's the most practical approach, which is why when it really comes down to it, I never minded my own selfishness. It's just survival at its most basic. You never called me selfish. But maybe that's because you were the last person I gave my all, the last person who called in the middle of the night and I'd answer, the last person I spent 48 hours with blowing off work because your mom left a whole bottle of pills and you thought she knew it'd be enough. We watched Gone with the Wind and you annotated each scene with a comparison to the book. At 5 a.m. when Anne's Donuts opened, we got bear claws and apple fritters and went to Lions Park to watch the sunrise from the swings. But even the sacrifice of job stability and money and sleep and time and health wasn't enough to stop the world from taking, and you took too. And even from the grave, you have the power to rob me of sleep. We might as well just stay up in the morning, you said back then. And that sounds as fine an idea as any to me now. I lay the screen face down and lock hands behind my head in preparation to lean back against the night. Sunrises aren't the same alone, but it's the same sun, and there's a certainty in that.